Hello everyone, and welcome to my UK Royal Family News channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. As last-ditch aspirations vanish, Prince Andrew's door to the royal fold is firmly shut. The Duke of York's absence from the Order of the Garter event, according to a royal analyst, says a lot about the royal's future in the firm. According to a royal pundit, Prince Andrew's door to rejoin the royal family appears to be firmly shut. At the most recent Order of the Garter ceremony, the Duke of York was not present. Since 2006, he has held the title of Knight of the Garter, and in May, he attended the coronation wearing his official, badge-adorned velvet garter robes. The Telegraph claims that despite no longer being a working member of the royal family, he also posed for official coronation photos. It was widely believed that when the Duke assumed the throne, it was the beginning of King Charles moderating his stance toward his disgraced younger brother, who resigned in 2019 after giving the infamous Newsnight interview in which he described his acquaintance with convicted child molester Jeffrey Epstein. Russell Myers, the royal editor of the Daily Mirror, stated on the Pod Save the King podcast that the 63-year-old's absence from the Order of the Garter ceremony indicates that any aspirations he had of returning to a public-facing position are unfounded. Any opportunity Andrew may have had to rejoin the royal family, according to Mr. Myers, has likely been lost. Though it is extremely difficult to think about, he continues to believe that there is a way for him to return. Due to the epidemic, the Order of the Garter was cancelled in 2020 and 2021. In 2022, Andrew missed the public event but was there for the investiture and lunch. Though insiders were hopeful that the King and Prince William were starting to adopt a gentler stance toward him, sources informed Express.co.uk that last year set a precedent for Andrew's position in the Garter Day Parade. However, given that he was neither an official participant in the ceremony nor a working royal, many people were astonished to see the Duke donning the robes at the coronation earlier this year. On the most recent episode, which was shown on June 22, Mr. Myers commented, "The Garter robes have been brought out once again, and there has been some dispute. Were we or weren't we going to meet Prince Andrew? Even though Buckingham Palace had sworn blind to me that he wouldn't be wearing them, he was still able to put his robes on for the coronation. I believe it was controversial for him to be permitted to wear them for the coronation, but he was again barred from participating in the ceremonies and parade for Garter Day, which is quite fascinating." According to reports, Andrew had hoped to be able to march in the procession this year, but it now seems that the palace is standing fast on the royals' public appearances. The prince was abruptly removed from the wedding last year when Charles and William stepped in. His name, along with that of his brother Prince Edward, had already been printed in the order of service. He attended the event afterwards last year, but nothing about this year has been announced by Buckingham Palace, so I'm not sure if he did. However, it tells you a little bit maybe that the king gave him an inch to be involved in the coronation celebration and the ceremony. But he doesn't necessarily want to see him out and about with the rest of the family, the author said. Should Prince Andrew occupy the vacant Frogmore Cottage? According to a poll. According to reports, now that Prince Harry and Meghan Markle have moved out, the king wants the Duke of York to downsize to Frogmore Cottage. Frogmore Cottage, a 5-bedroom residence on the Windsor estate, is now open to another member of the firm after Prince Harry and Meghan Markle left it after receiving an eviction notice from the king earlier this year. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex have returned the keys to their UK property, according to Sir Michael Stevens, keeper of the Privy Purse. He said that the home, which was given to the pair as a wedding gift by Queen Elizabeth II, had been renovated by the couple, returning a greatly enhanced asset to the crown. According to rumors, the king wants Prince Andrew, his disgraced brother, to relocate to Frogmore Cottage. We will not be discussing any details of the Duke's private lease arrangements here today, Sir Michael stated during the briefing. The Duke of York, who took out a 75-year lease on the Royal Lodge on the Windsor estate where he has resided for the past 20 years, is rumored to be refusing to leave. Andrew is convinced that he would stay at Royal Lodge for the remainder of his lease, a source informed Oak magazine earlier this year. He won't enter Frogmore without a fight, I promise. He will do everything in his power to stay at Royal Lodge because it is his home. The obvious issue facing King Charles might be resolved by Princesses Beatrice and Eugenie. The York daughters have long worked tirelessly to promote their different charities, and there has been talk that it may be time for them to take on more responsibility as working royals. If Beatrice and Eugenie are ever given the opportunity to hold a role, a royal expert believes they might be King Charles' solution to the issue of having fewer working royals. The two ladies, who haven't always had the best relationship with the British public and press, are devoted to their various charitable endeavors and the epitome of the late Queen's maxim, never complain, never explain. Prince Harry, Meghan Markle, and Prince Andrew have all just retired from their royal responsibilities, leaving just 4 active royals under the age of 70. King Charles has long expressed a desire for a smaller monarchy. Although Beatrice and Eugenie's individual charitable work has received less attention than that of the Prince and Princess of Wales and the Duke and Duchess of Edinburgh, the 4 youngest royals now in office. My girls are incredible. It's both private and public. It's not about working or not working because they work very, very hard both publicly and privately, their mother Sarah Ferguson said on her podcast Tea Talks. They are mothers, and they are receiving incredible work-life balance. I'm very proud of them because they just executed in a very authentic way. Beatrice literally goes out there and campaigns for dyslexia. She publicly acknowledges having had special difficulties at school. And Eugenie has 12-inch metal rods down her back because of scoliosis. She freely discusses how crucial it is to destigmatize the scar. Jenny Bond, a former royal correspondent for the BBC, agreed with Fergie and told Oak magazine, "It seems sense that Sarah is incredibly proud of her 2 girls. They have endured a lot throughout the years. Both of their parents have had public humiliation, and they have both endured occasions when they have been made fun of for their appearances and lifestyles. But we have never heard them grumble. And today they are adjusted, intelligent young women, and now mothers and wives." Beatrice and Eugenie are the obvious alternatives if the royal family suddenly finds itself so shrunken that there aren't enough of them to go around, she said, discussing a potential strategy to give the York sisters additional prominence in the firm. As their mother mentioned in her podcast, the 2 sisters quietly perform a significant amount of charity work. This might be the best course of action. If they started working full-time as royals, the sovereign's grant would have to sustain them. And it probably isn't the moment for any further public spending on the royal family. Both young women have shared openly about their personal experiences with dyslexia, Beatrice, and scoliosis, Eugenie. These are significant issues, and the fact that they are speaking from the heart makes them all the more persuasive. There is much to love about these 2 young women, but overall I believe it would be preferable for them to continue using their platforms in the manner they now are rather than to become full-time working royals. Thanks for watching if you like this video. So please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't miss any update.